unboxing video. That's my cargo truck. That's the delivery truck that's brought my pallets in today. I beg Canada people, how are you doing it? We are not even near Canada's cold and man, freezing, freezing, freezing. In fact, when I came out here, I had to quickly rush. I'm sorry, guys, that I could not get to the bottom of this box. It was so cold. So this one is just one of the biddings that I did online. There were actually two that I did from this particular company online. And it's not like they had much of it. It was just like a one-off, like they were doing some sort of clearance. And I bidded for it. The other smaller box, which you will see later on in this video, that one I actually got it more expensive than this one. And that's the irony of it, because that one, because of the content of the other one. So wait and see the content of the other one. But if I actually bid for that other smaller box first before bidding for this one. So if I had bidded for this one first, I wouldn't have bought the smaller one. And that's one of the things that, to me, I'm learning from all this online bidding stuff as I go along. So this particular one it's called a tech pallet. So that's the some sort of a heater I was carrying out there, and that one will not be going because heater is not useful for us in Nigeria, but every other thing will be going. So here is like a roof speaker that I'm showcasing here. I didn't want to kind of open it all the way because I saw that they've sealed it and I wanted it to be intact so that I can sell it as new, and that's why I just put that back. So I think I actually did better with this bid than the first one, which I'm going to unbox later. Here is like a 16-in-1 trimmer, which I found there as well. It was actually very tough bidding. I was actually surprised that I won this one because there were a lot of people. About more than 50 of us bidded for this one. So that's how difficult it was to get this one. So this one actually new stuff. Most of the things I've been getting are returned things, but this one are actually new stuff. So that's why we kind of fought extra to get this one. So we have like toners there for printers. There are some adapters, gaming headsets, so many things. That's the DVD player, so many tech stuff, little tiny things and things that are not so bulky as well. So mixture. I couldn't even get to the bottom of the box. So here another gaming headset. I think that one is a toner. I think so. I think it's a toner. And so many adapters, little headsets. I found a thermometer in there. I found power bank in there. Yeah, so this is like a set of toners for printers. Yeah, unfortunately they don't even fit my own printer at home because I actually need this, but this one is for like a bigger printer, so this one will be shipped. These are mouse, for computers. I think I have a few of them there. And the issue is that when you have young children, you have teenage children at home, this kind of pallet, they've helped themselves to almost half of my goods, and I can't stop them. They keep changing their headset. Every time a new pallet comes in, they would throw the old one back in and pick a new one again. So that's the price I have to pay for having so many teenagers at home. Yeah, so we going down the bottom of the box. There were just little tech things here and there, adapters, many adapters were there. And I think as I'm getting on with this one is like a tune player for the car. I think it's for car radio. So as I'm getting on with this business, I am learning as well. People have been asking me how I'm getting all these things. And the funny thing is that there's no particular place. You go online, you check all these auction houses. Most of the time, it's just like a one-off. Obviously, you don't expect them to have these goods all the time because most of the time they are clearing stuff. There are some places where they have things that they are clearing all the time, but then it might not be what you are looking for. For example, if you are looking for clothes and shoes, my dear, don't even waste your time because there are a lot of people looking for those kind of pallets and they are so expensive, very expensive. That's why I stick with electrical stuff, things like this, this kind of adapters, cables, things like that. So I still come across this every now and then. And I think a lot of people are kind of getting into this business now because these biddings didn't used to be this difficult. And in the recent past, it didn't even put in the recent past, it didn't used to be like 50 of us, 60 of us fighting over one bid. It used to be maybe like 5 people, 10 people. Now it is proper fighting, or like you will see the way everybody will be dragging one particular pallet. So I think people are starting to look in this direction now. So it's starting to get expensive, and you have to still put shipping costs. So that's like a charger, like a light charger or something like that. So you have to still put shipping cost on top of your pallet, and you have to think about profit as well. So I think that gap is fast narrowing, if I'm being honest. And I think it might be difficult to continue to get supply as we go on, because of the way people are now flooding this particular market. So for this one at the moment, I'm still able to scrape here and there. I noticed online, if you go on eBay too, they are doing small boxes. So for those people who don't have the capacity to go onto a big pallet like this, you can go on eBay and buy smaller boxes. I've done some returns as well. So there are sometimes you buy a packet, a pallet of returns, and most of the time it will be returns that you will buy, where they will still have to fix things in those things that you've bought before you can sell them, or you sell them as untested, as they do in the big markets in Nigeria or in Lagos that I know. So, but this one, I was so happy with this bid. In fact, this bid compensated for the previous one, which is what I'll be showing later on in this video. It's actually a smaller box, but this one costs less than that. And this bid compensated for that one, because that one, I actually overbid for it. I bidded more than I wanted to bid for it. So, and I was not happy at all with that one. And those are the kind of downsides to this business, that if you really, really want something so desperately, there's that risk of overbidding for it. And mind you, they only show you maybe the top of the something if you are lucky. Sometimes they don't even show you what is inside. And you don't know, they just have an idea of, maybe they just put a little something on the listing and you just have an idea of what's there. This one, I just know that I know that they are new stuff, and they put tech palette. So those are the two things that just got my attention: tech palette, new items. That's how this one was listed, and I bidded for it, and I'm so glad I did. Yeah, I found so many little things. Power bank. This power bank, I actually took this one for myself, but then my daughter quickly grabbed it. Very heavy power bank, very nice quality one as well. I was hoping that when I'm relocating to Nigeria, I will take it. I don't know what who is going to stay here. I don't know what she's going to need the power bank for, but I'll actually just go and take it from her when I'm packing my bag, because we need that kind of thing in Nigeria. Anyway, so I just picked some of the items that I know. That was a little CCTV camera there that my daughter has actually installed in front of her house at the point of making this video. So, yeah, that's a little thermometer I found there for my daughter as well, because I've been meaning to buy one for my baby, and I found that thermometer and I was so happy that, okay, yeah, I don't have to buy another one for her. So I just picked a few things into a small box, because at this point my hands, you can see how dry my hands have become, and so dry and so painful, because the cold actually pains, it makes your hand dry and it pains you in your hand. So I couldn't stay there for longer. I couldn't even get to the bottom of the box at this point. I just wanted to get out of the cold. Yeah, so I just picked a few things and I thought, okay, I'm going to come back later to take my time and get to the bottom of that box and see what other things we have in here. But yes, lucky me for this one. Very good bid. This one was very good bid. And experience, I think I'm getting better. As I'm getting better, the goods are getting smaller in the market, because I kind of googled around, look at auction houses, look at all the business, all the place where I normally check for my market, and I'm finding like I don't know if it's because of the time of the year, because this is a new business for me. I've actually just started, so I don't know if it's because of the time of the year, but I noticed that this January there are no goods at all. So this one actually was gotten first week in January. So yeah, so now I just took a few things and then went inside. So here is the second box that I said I bidded for first, because if I had bought the other one first, I wouldn't have bought this one. This one actually cost more. As small as this box is, I think I kind of burnt my fingers on this one, if I'm being honest, because they actually cost more than what I wanted. I actually paid more rather than what I wanted to pay for it. So it says here 92 sets of little earbuds, earbuds for music. So that's why the box is actually pricey. So believe it or not, this one, I don't even want to tell you the amount I bought because I'm too ashamed to mention that. I will still make profit, but it's just eating into my profit. And as opposed to giving this entire box to one person to sell, I'll have to distribute it around so that I can sell it directly to the final user. That's the only way I can make my money on this one. Because if I were to give this entire box to somebody, they will want to buy it for wholesale price. And that would eat so much into my profit, and I don't want to waste time. My time is so precious that I don't want to, do the while I have bidding the whole thing, cargoing and everything, only to make peanuts. And with that we are UK, you have to be converting the naira to pounds for it to make sense to me. So for this one, for me to make something tangible from it, I will have to get this one to sell myself. So different brands of AirPods here. There's a particular brand that they've got loads of it. That's the one in the purple packets that I'm putting on the side there, and that one has power bank inside, so it's AirPods with power bank, and so many different products, and I think some actually cost more, like the ones in the very dark boxes. I think they actually cost more than, and there are just a few of them there, than some of them. So yeah, so AirPods and 92 pieces of them. So this one probably will be sold directly to the final consumer said, so that I can make some money. Guys, lesson day for this thing to learn. Oh. So that's why I'm very careful to want to introduce this to people. I know people have been asking questions and wanting me to pull them through, but if I'm that kind of person that if I've not kind of got a hang of something properly, I don't want people to make mistakes. Now money is very easy to come by. Let me not say the other way around. And people are working hard for their money. So I don't want to, like I put my own mind as business, there's risk in business. So I'm still at the point where I am kind of testing the waters and exploring these markets and see how the profit is going to be. My first set of goods are just about arriving in Lagos. So I will see how those ones sell first. I want to complete the cycle before I can now do like a proper video and tell people for the fact that yes, you can do this long term. You can do this long term if you can be sourcing the market. The market is the headache now. It's like that gap is fast narrowing. But I don't know if it's because it's January. So let me complete the cycle and see how much I make. And then I can let you guys know. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.